Hi there, I'm Frances and welcome to Love Teaching at Home. This is a learn along video where I learn the skills, and today it's the Raspberry Pi, learn some skills and share them with you. And the point here is that we're modelling learning so that children can understand what it looks like to learn, and so that you can see that as a mother, as you can see, busy mother, toy boxes full, which hats to fix, blankets, trikes, everything. As a busy mother, it's really important still that I model learning for my daughter. So this is me having a go and pushing my boundaries to see what it is that I'm having a go at. So this is in my last video. I showed you what you got in the box. This is we're going to be looking at how to program something called Pong, which is the game with the paddle, boom, 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 boom. One of the first ever computer games, the first ever computer game ever. Anyway, my dad used to love it. So the setup we've got, I've not put it in its case. Normally I've got it in its case, but I want you to see what it looks like. So this is the Raspberry Pi from the last video. This is my HDMI cable, so this leads to the computer. Just there, and plugs into the computer. This is the power cable. The last thing you do when you're doing the setup, the last thing it says is plug in the power cable. There's not really an on switch. And my wires are a bit mixed. Okay, there we go. It's not really an on switch, so either it's on because the power is in, or it's off because the power is out. And that just plugs in around the back there to the socket. This USB here, can you remember I said there are USBs? This USB just leads to the mouse, which is there. Happily works on my rug. I had no idea. I was trying to find some paper, but actually I am on the floor. I'm not going to lie, I'm on the floor and you're on a little chair here, because I use the computer as a screen and because the wires aren't very long. So if you want a long-term more sustainable option, I would go for a little screen. There's loads of really good touch screens out there, a bit expensive, but there's some touch screens that you can get actually for the Raspberry Pi. So that's quite good fun. So then your kid can sit at the table rather than to squash on the floor and be close up to a big screen just like this, because obviously that's what we're trying to avoid. But it's not bad to begin with, and it might make them feel like they're playing computer games. And then finally, my keyboard is Bluetooth, so it just is talking to this without any wires. Ooh. The way you do that, now I'm going to show you a few things. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see everything on the screen because of brightness and how the internet and stuff works. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. So first of all, the first thing I did when I got my Raspberry Pi was I managed to break it because, and I'll do a video on this later, but the problem I had was that all the instructions online aren't for the right Raspberry Pis. I have the Raspberry Pi 3 and pretty much everything's integrated. It's a fairly good start-up, get up and go, all done, all in one kit. So I looked online, how do I get internet on my Raspberry Pi 3? And they said, oh, you need to go here, download this, type this in, tick, tick, tick. So I had to go. By the end of it, I got it into such knots, I just had to reset the whole thing. And you can reset, there's a reset. When you turn it on, when it's loading up, it says in like little words, if you want to reset, press Control. So when you get your loading up screen, it does say, so you can reset it. That wipes everything. So if I reset it now, all the programs that I've saved, which is only 2, all the programs that I've saved would be gone. So I'd have to put them somewhere else before I did that. Now up here, oh, you might not even be able to see it on the thingy. Right, it's just like a normal computer screen, okay? So on this side, you've got a little Raspberry, which is like your start button. You've got the internet access, you've got files, something called the terminal, which is where I'll go through them, worry about that later, and a few quick clips. So it's just like a normal computer. And then at the top here, there's Bluetooth, wireless, and sound, so that you can see what your outputs are as well. So to link my, I'm really not sure you can see this. Okay, you can hardly see this, right? To link my my keyboard, I went to the Bluetooth and I clicked on Bluetooth and made sure the keyboards were set up correctly, and that was actually pretty simple. The Wi-Fi was easily simple, but I wasn't trying to mess it up by typing things in and downloading or whatever, because I hadn't realised that everything came with the Raspberry Pi 3. You don't have to do anything, it is ready to go. Okay, so it comes with the right software installed, it comes with, it looks right, it looks just like a normal computer, it is not at all scary at all, and if you try to mess with it, then it gets a bit weird. So, that's all just there, and it all works fine. Right, so I'm going to be talking you through a game called Pong, which I wrote, it's the first program I wrote. It took me 4 hours, which might be a bit embarrassing, I don't know. I did it in two 2-hour chunks on 2 evenings in a row after everyone was in bed. And there was a lot of like fixing, like I'd made lots of mistakes debugging, it's called. When you run a system it doesn't go right, you have to go through and debug it, find the bugs. And actually generally a lot of the bugs, the second night was a lot quicker. The second night it really took me like maybe an hour and a half. Most of the bugs were just like typos on my part. If you spell something wrong, the computer doesn't know what you're talking about. So a lot of them were typos or